Welcome back to our new episode. Sarvapriya Kumaraswamy here.
Hello.
So today we would like to know about Mohammed Ali Jinnah.
Okay.
Can you tell us about his childhood, like his history, basically?
Okay. Well, Mohammed Ali Jinnah has been an interesting character to me, so I can tell a little about him. However, I cannot prove in any way. The only reference I can concretely tell you about is the book written by Jaswant Singh on Jinnah. And otherwise, I've watched documentaries here and there, and talks of leaders in our country before partition. These have helped me understand a lot about Jinnah. But let me tell you something very interesting about Mohammed Ali Jinnah. That he was on the independence scene way before Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru or even Mahatma Gandhi. Mohammed Ali Jinnah completed his law degree from the Cambridge University, where he is the only Indian to have a portrait.
Oh, okay.
And when he returned, he came to Mumbai. His family is originally from Gujarat, and they were businessmen. And they moved to Karachi for business, and eventually realized that having a common Hindu name, even though they were Muslims, having a Hindu name was quite common in India. Even though you were a Muslim or a Christian, even today in Tamil Nadu you will have Hema, Maryam, Padmavati. So you have Indian names.
A secular name. Something
of that sort. So this is what the book says too, that Muhammad Ali Jinnah was the first and probably the only child to have a proper Muslim name, right? Because they moved to Karachi and he was the oldest one, and they wanted him to have a good education, so they changed his name to Muhammad Ali Jinnah.
Okay. So, can you tell us, as you said earlier, that he came back to India after completing his law? So, what he was doing when he came back to India?
There he was already from a rich family. So, wealth begets wealth sort of a case was there. And he had a house in Mumbai, and he practiced law. And through law, he was trying to gain independence for the country. Through finding loopholes in the legal system, through applying for petitions, he did it properly, legally. So this is one reason I believe for the British Empire to feel threatened, because he was finding these things and they wanted to find a solution to this. One reason I feel that it was more like a conspiracy to remove Jinnah from the scene or something of that sort. And while Jinnah had been there since I think 1890s, late 1890s or early 1900s. 1907 is somewhere definitely I remember him being in Mumbai and fighting cases. So, but Mahatma Gandhi, he came to India from South Africa, where he was practicing his law, and he came to India in 1915. 1915 is at least 8 years after 1907, where Jinnah was already there in India.
Where he was already working.
He was
and
working
for the independence of India.
pretty hard, I must add.
Okay.
Day in and day out, he was dedicated to the cause. And a secular man. He did not differentiate between Hinduism and Islam,
Or any other religion.
any other religion. He thought that we are all Indians together. He had that sense of belonging. So when Mahatma Gandhi came and he gained a lot of traction with his non-violence and this and that. I mean, non-violence is unrealistic, if you ask me. But anyway, people were attracted to it, and he drove a movement. ये लाठी चल लाठी मूवमेंट, फिर क्या एक तुम्हारा नमक का जो था
दांडी मार्च, राइट. जिन्ना भी तो मतलब लीगली प्रैक्टिस कर रहे थे लाइक फॉर द इंडिपेंडेंस, तो वो भी एक तरीके से नॉन वायलेंस ही हुआ. तो व्हाई डू यू थिंक दैट महात्मा गांधी गेन मोर लाइमलाइट देन जिन्ना? बिकॉज बोथ वर मतलब दोनों की तरफ से तो वायलेंस तो था नहीं. वन वाज टेकिंग द लॉ.
See, I tell you, when जैसे दुश्मन का दुश्मन दोस्त होता है, राइट? तो दिस इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी वेयर इफ गांधी डिड समथिंग, मान लो उसने एक मीटिंग रखी हो, पहली मीटिंग, हमको नहीं मालूम उसने पहली मीटिंग कब रखी, लेकिन इंडिया आके उसने कभी तो कोई एक मीटिंग रखी होगी, ठीक है? एंड ज़रूरी नहीं है एवरीबॉडी मस्ट हैव टर्न्ड अप. हो सकता है कि उन्होंने 1000 लोगों को इनवाइट किया, वो आए सिर्फ 50 लोग. ऐसा नहीं है कि पैदा होते ही या इंडिया पहुंचते ही उसका मतलब, हाँ, उसका एक प्रीसीडिंग इमेज था. People knew that this guy is coming from South Africa and he was fighting, for the rights of Indians and brown people over there. He came to India. But, if you ask me, वो साउथ अफ्रीका छोड़ के क्यों आ गया? What about the Indians who were in South Africa? उन पे तो चला जा रहा है जुल्म, उनको छोड़ के आ गया वो. तो people thought the way the Britishers must have reacted. मान लो कि सिर्फ 50 लोग आए और उनको उसने कुछ तो ज्ञान बांट के भेज दिया. अभी ब्रिटिश लोगों ने क्या किया, बड़े बड़े अखबार में छाप दिया, अरे ये हुआ, he is threatening our this. If the British show fear, then the common man will think, अरे ये तो काम कर रहा है. गांधी आया तो ब्रिटिश लोग डर रहे हैं, तो वी शुड सपोर्ट गांधी ताकि वो लोग और डरे और इवेंचुअली देश को छोड़ के चले जाए. बाबा, हम ना ऐसे नॉर्मल कॉमन मैन के लेवल पे सोचेंगे ना तो इतना ही सोचेंगे, लेकिन तुम उनका नीड देखो. दे नीड टू स्टे इन पावर, दैट दे मैनिपुलेट द पॉपुलेशन. दिस इज अ ह्यूज पॉसिबिलिटी.
इंटरेस्टिंग. तो जब गांधी इंडिया आए थे तब जिन्ना क्या कर रहे थे? मतलब जिन्ना
उसको लगा कि आ रहा है भाई, मतलब ही इज कमिंग टू जॉइन द पार्टी एंड हेल्प द मूवमेंट, बट ही डिड नॉट नो दैट द होल मूवमेंट विल बी स्वेड दैट साइड. ठीक है, दैट वाज व्हाट वाज शॉकिंग टू हिम एंड ही फेल्ट, एंड आई डू फील दैट ही डिजर्व्ड टू बी द प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ at least one country, which he did become. He became the Qaid-e-Alam, I think they call him Qaid-e-Azam. But what's the fun? He got Pakistan in 1947. In 1948, he died.
Just 1 year.
He died. He had tuberculosis or something of that sort. क्या किया तुमने? बीमार पड़ के मर गया तुम. What is the cause? What is the point? What was he trying to do? He should not have, if he knew, unless it is a conspiracy and it is a coup to kill the Qaid-e-Azam, which is also a possibility. Because Jinnah would have wielded his power in his own way. मतलब उसको पाकिस्तान मिल गया तो वो उसको पाकिस्तान ही बना के छोड़ता वो, अगर जिन्ना होता तो. Because his ideologies, इसलिए उसने बोला कि तुमको जो करना करो, मुझे अपनी एक ज़मीन चाहिए जहाँ पे मैं खुद के प्रिंसिपल्स बिठाऊंगा जब मैं खुद पे मतलब एक एक यूनिटी लाऊंगा लोगों में, वो उसका आइडिया था. That was the reason he wanted to be the PM of India. उसने जस्टिफाई किया था कि मेरे पास नॉलेज है, मेरे पास ये है, मेरे पास ये प्रिंसिपल्स हैं. बट वी डोंट क्लियरली नो व्हाट वाज अप देयर नेहरू का के साथ. वाई नेहरू वाज चोजन, मल्टीपल रीजंस कुड बी. एक रीजन हो सकता है कि वी नो दैट blatantly that Lady Mountbatten and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru were intimate, right? We know that Lord Mountbatten was aware of this. We also know that there were times when they negotiated terms on the basis of this relationship that Nehru had.
Multiple possibilities.
Lord Mountbatten. Do you know the husband of late Queen Elizabeth II, Duke of Edinburgh?
I don't remember the name. I've just seen the images.
But you know that her husband, right? Her husband is the nephew of the Lord Mountbatten of India.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Last Viceroy of India.
The world is a very small place.
When you hear all these things, you understand that power is actually quite concentrated. And they try to keep it concentrated.
Very limited.
Yeah.
To limited number of people.
Yeah.
So one final question before we end this episode. What personalities or what characteristics do you like about Jinnah?
I like the fact that he started with a noble cause. I like the fact that he was underrated. I like the fact that he did not play flimsy games. He did not make fake promises. He did not go around with the propaganda. He did his job. And unfortunate that he was not given the position he could have gotten. But we don't know what reasons would have been. Maybe they must have felt at some point that he is not
suitable.
But whatever I know about him, I admire. He was a well-educated man.
One thing I admire is that even after facing so many issues, like Gandhi came to India and got the limelight, and he still didn't hate Indians for that. He was still believing that we are one. That is the most interesting thing that I liked about him.
What I did like, one more thing I can say is that he was a strategist. Right, and that is why even when Mahatma Gandhi came to India and they had differences, he strategized. He, strengthened the what was that? Islamic Party, the Muslim League. He strengthened the Muslim League in such a way that he gets what he wants.
They were like working as one single entity. The Muslim League.
I don't know about them working as a single entity or not. I'm only talking about Jinnah's plan.
Okay.
Without Jinnah's plan, this would not have been possible. Pakistan would not probably have been created. Unfortunate, yes. But what I admire is his method. That he
to get things done,
to get what he wants. We might hate him for dividing India, but
He
It
had
is
a very
not an easy feat. It's not an easy task to accomplish, to get to carve a country out. So that is something I admire about him.
a formidable character.
Absolutely. No doubt.
So we'll continue about this discussion in our upcoming videos.
Sure, let's see.
Yeah.